How are we doing, guys? And it's finished. Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 5. That was a very emphatic performance, and that is a very, very good result against a Crystal Palace side. Let's take the Carabao Cup game out of the way for a moment here. We're talking about Premier League form. They've been very, very good of late. And to go to their ground and do what we did to them, that was very, very good. And listen, at the end of the day, when you're looking at two of the goals from Gabriel Jesus, it's like we've signed a new striker. Do we even need one? He is. He's like a new signing. He should have had a hat-trick, to be fair. You look at our third goal, it hit the post, came out, Havertz finished it. And he was even involved in the fourth goal because he should have scored, came out, Rice had the shot, and then Martinelli finished it. But man of the match, again, superb. His overall play and the way that we play in an attacking sense was very good. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think our overall performance was that convincing today. Defensively, I felt we looked really shaky at times. David Raya, at the very beginning, looked shaky, but then had to make some really big saves. Even at 2-1, Saliba gets caught on the ball when you never see him get caught on the ball like that. Mateta gets put through one-on-one and Raya has to make a fantastic save. We just looked very, very shaky. And then, we get that third goal before half-time and you think, okay, that would steady things. It'd be a bit more comfortable. First 10, 15 minutes of the second half, again, Palace had a couple of opportunities. Mateta had a shot that just swerved all over the place. Raya makes a save. And I think it was Sarr with the follow-up from the header and Raya makes the save. If that goes 3-2, could be a different ball game. But, yeah, listen, we weathered that. Declan Rice came on and he completely just changed everything. And just that presence in the midfield that I was calling for from halftime was now there. Calafiori, for as well as Lewis Skelly does, and he hasn't put a foot wrong, Calafiori being the natural left back just offers that balance, and it's just more natural. I think the only real bad thing from the whole game is probably the injury to Bukayo Saka. It looks like he's done his hamstring. And, he had a problem with it with the international break. Then there was a game recently, I think it was the Chelsea game, where it was still an issue. And now it looks like it's gone. And I really hope it's not a serious one, a tear or something like that. But it didn't look good. You're hopeful that it's just a little tweak and it's a couple of weeks. And, next game, 27th, it's Ipswich at home. And no disrespect to Ipswich, but if you could pick a fixture at home, it'd probably be Ipswich or Southampton. But we've already played Southampton at home, so we can't. But you get what I'm saying. So, nice little break over Christmas maybe. But we'll have to find out the extent of it. But from what we see, it didn't look great. And we've just got to keep everything crossed. But with that said as well, Martinelli played out on the right-hand side. And I thought Martinelli done well out there. Maybe it's a little bit easier for him out there because he doesn't have to think too much and he can just go on the outside. Don't get me wrong. I think we lose that kind of balance that we have with our right side when Saka's not there because of, instead of everything coming inside and the way that Odegaard plays, it kind of reverses around. So it's one of those ones at the end of the day. I think that we've just got to, crack on with it at the end of the day. And listen, what will be, will be. But, with a lot of the talk over this last week or so about us and, it was disappointing to drop points against Everton. If only that goal was allowed in the last seconds against Fulham, but we're 3 points behind Liverpool, who are top at the moment. And I know they've got 2 games in hand, but as the old saying goes, I'd rather points on the board than games in hand. Tomorrow tough games for Chelsea and Liverpool. Chelsea away to Everton, where they've notoriously struggled in recent years. And Liverpool away to Spurs. And listen, Spurs, it's which team turn up. Just don't pass the ball back to the goalkeeper, is what I would say to Spurs. But yeah, tough games. Tough games. And they're both going to know now, you can't afford to slip up. Not with us there. Man City lose again. Man City, let's take them out of the equation of title talk, okay? They've got their own problems, their own issues, and they're not involved. They're not in the mix. It's Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool that are all fighting for that top spot. And because we've been in that title run in the last 2 years, I feel that probably holds us in good stead in comparison to the rest. You know, Liverpool were in a title run in last season, but then when it came to the crunch, they crumbled. And it was only us that were able to push Man City all the way. Will Liverpool learn from that? Probably. But I just feel that we're going to get to a really, really critical period going into the new year, January to February. And that's when we really hit that form last season. And if we hit that kind of form again, we're winning the league. I'm telling you now, if we hit that form that we hit from the end of January going through to the end of the season again this year, next year, this season, whatever you want to call it, we'll win the title. Because I don't think anyone else will get that consistent run together. But listen, if there's one thing about the Premier League, it's the unpredictability and the fact that anything can happen. So yeah, you look at Liverpool game, last week, and you're thinking before that, Fulham at home, Anfield, it's going to be an easy win, and then they have a player sent off, and you just never know what's going to happen. And the same things happened to us during the course of this season. Players that have got red cards, and we drop points in games where you look and you think, if we kept 11, or if we'd have beaten Everton and got that win against Fulham, we'd be top of the league right now. So the pressure would have really been on them. But the fact that we're sitting 3 points behind when it was 9 points, it's just going to keep shifting the momentum onto them and saying, go on then, we've done our job, now go do yours. And if they do, we move on to the next one. We've got to do our job, let's see if you do yours. And that's it. And when I look at the fixtures we've played already, especially the away fixtures, yeah, quietly confident. But listen, it's a big 3 points. It's a big win. Boosted the goal difference massively as well, scoring 5 goals. And there's not going to be a lot of teams that go to Crystal Palace and get a lot of joy. So that's a big, big win. But like I said, the only sour part is Bukayo Saka and how bad is that injury. But listen, let's enjoy the win and we move on. Last game before Christmas. So I want to wish every single one of you a Merry Christmas. We will be back for the preview to the Ipswich game, which is on the 27th. And then we head into January. And then once we head into January, oh, I can't wait. I've waited over 3 years for January to come. Read between the lines and you'll know what I'm on about. Over 3 years I've waited. January cannot come quick enough. And then we're going to have some fun. And then, I can't wait. Yes, let's go. But listen, 3 points in the bag, 5 goals, brilliant away day. And we actually won in this kit as well. So Gabriel Jesus, new signing. And I'm happy. And I hope you are too. So let me know in the comment section what you feel about the game. If you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you lot very soon. I'm out of here.